Hello everyone. How are you today? Let's get back into business. So, is the sound too loud? Yeah, I guess so. One, two, sound, 1, 2, sound. One, two, sound. Hey Sergio. Sorry, just now I turned on the chat tab. How are you today? Nice to see you again. So if the sound is good, let's go on. Cool. Let's get back into business. So we are here today to continue our starter kit. It's based on Vue, Vuetify and Nuxt in the front end, and our backend will sit behind a Laravel Sanctum API with the trivial database, cache, and it will be hosted with Docker, both for local and production environment. So this application, it's an internal tool for a given organization. So any kind of CRM or management application, something that it's a rich, very interactive application with users. And well, we are putting everything under a repository. It will have inside the API and the app folder. So we already did this. We already installed Laravel, configured Docker and the integration with the project. We installed Breeze API. We installed Nuxt with Vuetify, auth module to take care of the stateful authentication. And today we are going to install Composition API. We are still using V2 as Vue on version 2, as this is still the production version in terms of Vuetify and Nuxt. They are both on release candidate versions now, so in a matter of weeks hopefully we'll be upgrading for the V3. Until then we'll stick with the mature and robust, because this is production software that it is supposed to be a deliverable to a client. So it's not just our pet project or our blog running that we can have less, that we can be more comfortable with not so mature stuff. Okay, so that's it. Let's go for Composition API and Pinia. So let's get this out of the way. And here we go. So yeah, let me grab all these. I think I have stuff running in Docker, so I'll stop everything. I will get this from here also. Oh, but okay. pwd. Okay, I will get this into a new folder. So this is Epicenter API, right? So docker compose up slash dash d. Whoop, sorry, this is down. I wanted to sail up dash d. We're using sail on this project. Oh right, Sergio, I didn't know you were from Chile. So it's a freezing day. Thanks for your sharing. Of course, no problem. Thank you for being there and joining. Let's build this. So yeah, right here it's summer in Portugal, so it's a very hot day today. Cool. This is so funny because being with people all over the world, we see all kinds of contrasts. Okay, so sail up dash d. Let's go to the app folder. There we go. So we'll just run npm run dev, and we have the API working, and now the frontend will be running real soon. There we go. So let me take the zoom out. Okay, inspector. Let me bring everything. Okay, view inspector. Okay, we have pre-filled login because we are in localhost, and sure enough, after we enter, we already went to retrieve some news. These news came from an authenticated route endpoint. Let's check that. So routes API. Well, maybe we are still in web. Yeah. Okay, we have to clear things up. Where will we put everything, as we don't have any views, right? Something I remind, and we have to do right now. Okay, so auth sanctum news controller. So this needs to be authenticated route, and of course Nuxt auth took care of this for us. But something I want to revisit is when we go to auth sign in and we are already logged in. Well, we come here, but auth sign in, because it will check. But I just want to make sure that when we go, I didn't want to be out of the application, but it seems that it does check if we are already signed in. So sign in does not exist. Okay. Sign dash in does not exist. Okay, so it was something I saw before. It's not affecting this, but even so, we won't need it. It's just that this middleware of authenticate, is it? Yeah. If we are already authenticated, we don't want to return a redirect, right? If we are already authenticated, if it doesn't expect JSON, well, this would not be an Ajax, so okay, let's leave it as the default right now. Never mind what I said. So what do we want? We want to be able to use composition API. We will leverage a store, which is Pinia. It's much lightweighter than Vuex. And yeah, we will go from there. And Samuel also joined. Hello Samuel. Nice to see you again. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you. Okay. So let's go with composition API. Let us open the other project that I have working. And sure enough, I think it's going to be Nuxt composition API that we'll be installing. So I will stop the compilation and I will go npm install at Nuxt.js composition API. And there we go. So now we have to go into Nuxt file and Nuxt config file, and here we will install in the build modules. We will also use or make use of composition API. So yeah, this closes here. What about Samuel? Is it summer or winter over there? Sergio is having a freezing day. I'm in summer. So I'm in a very hot day. So we now have composition API, and this means that we can build components with, well, composition API. We have options API. Let us check, for instance, components, Nuxt logo. So this is just a template component, so it doesn't even have any logic, but now that we do, so this is the options API, meaning that when we will instantiate a component, or the framework will for us, it will use this object as the options to make the component. But when we are with composition, we get access to a script or to a method that it's called setup, and this is before the instantiation of the component, meaning that we don't have this in this moment. So we get the props and the context of execution to use here, and everything we will return, it will be added. It will be added to the component state, so to the reactivity system, to the methods, and all will be easier to compose in many different files. We will see just in a glance. So view composition API. So in composition API, so Samuel is all year round he has a summer going, so that can be I don't know, do you miss some rain or some cold, or is it just cool to be in the summer all around year? So when we have composition API, we can I wanted to find a good example, because the options API can become very huge, and the file we have it can be very big, and when we're using composition API, we can split into several files, and also it's more reusable because we can have certain application scope per file, and we can reuse it in different components. So I wanted to find a very good, here it is. So yeah, when we have options API, so each type, or we make some functions that are about each they are divided by color, yeah. So we might have some methods related to the endpoint, and then some watchers, and then some template and whatnot, and all things will be fragmented. And with composition API, we can have one file taking care of a part of the application, another for another one, and there goes. So we can get into a more clean organization and also a reusability pattern. So it can be really cool. Also, if it's not exactly needed or mandatory, but it's there to use, and something that will really shine is because we will be installing Pinia also. So it's the state management store coming after for Vue 3 or Vue 2 if we have composition API. And oh, so now since then, oh, I was thinking it did require composition API. Well, I was wrong. I really thought we had to use... Whoa. Okay, sorry for that. Pinia works and doesn't require you to use. Oh, we don't need to use it, but to install the store we do. Yeah, no problem. We'll get into that. So yeah, this is the store we'll be using. It's much lighter and it feels so much better than using Vuex. So there's that. And someone saying, here in the tropics, our weather is kinda consistently hot all year, around 25 to 27 degrees. Oh, so that's a good temperature, yeah. That's cool. We are reaching 40 degrees, 42 in the last weeks. It's not very typical, but I guess global warming is a thing, yeah? Not good. Okay, so let's go. Let's install Pinia, and then we go with the composition API all around. Let's install Pinia and finish this and start with our application, right? Per se, we are just installing stuff. Let's start building, yeah. That will be cool. Okay, so now we have Pinia Nuxt, and we shall configure it. So let's go to PHP Storm again, and our next config file, and we have to do something, that is to configure Pinia Nuxt in the build modules, but we'll give it a option that we will not disable Vuex by default. We'll still have both. And why? Because this is used by Nuxt auth and other modules that may be previous to Pinia that don't use Pinia. So let's not disable this Vuex so that we can have compatibility with retro stuff. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, we're thinking about compatibility here. So I think this is complete. And what's more, I was thinking, oh, we need to change this hard-coded stuff. Also, do we have plugins, API? Yeah, we need to change all this. So let me also find other project. I have this very near, just a moment. Yeah. So we will use Nuxt config. From Nuxt config we will publish, not publish, but configure or set few properties. So public runtime config and private runtime config. So here it will be server variables from Nuxt SSR variables, yeah. So it's like we won't be using that, so I think it will be just empty, but I leave it here. And this is frontend. So they are unsafe and they should never store variables, passwords. Okay, so as I've done before, we can use something like this. Before using, I can use API base URL. I will prepare it here before, or I can just put it down, right? So API base URL is going to be when in production. It's going, it's not so beautiful to have here, but okay, let's see your URL here, your production URL here, and if not, it will be local HTTP / localhost. I don't feel so well about leaving it, but also in the top of the file, not sure. Yeah, I'll go with still JavaScript first, so I'll leave it like this. If it's production, it will be there. If not, like this. I still don't know the URL, so it won't come there, but https / your URL here. Yeah. Okay. API base URL, so that's cool. And let's change it for API base URL. And now when we go to the plugin, we'll have access to a $config file. So we go into our application, and now the base URL can be extracted from the context. So yeah, so if all went well and all is compiled, because it's not, we should run dev again. If anyone can tell me if they can listen to the music and if is it good, that would be cool. Okay, so why are we having news outside? Okay, probably, oh, API/news, yeah, it was not existent, but yeah, we can see it was properly set. So, but we'll just go with a route. We'll just go within the route and put it in the correct file. Routes, web, and API. So I'll take it from here. And I think this won't be used even so. So let's do it like this. For now it's okay, let's leave it like this. Web.php, so this won't be used right here. Let's close this, back into our application, refresh, and sure enough now everything works and our two news are back again. And we can now use or configure environment variables. If we declare them over here, we will have them in the Nuxt context under $config. So yeah, I think that should be enough. And we already have Nuxt config and composition API and also Pinia. So I think that is cool. And if that's true, we can even start building our application, right? I mean, seeing the first pieces of UI and we are already in a restricted area with so many goodies configured out of the box. Okay, so this is cool. Let's use, let's make a store. Just to check. So let's go, no, this is backend. So front-end wise, we have this store which is a Vuex, but we will also have, yeah, let's just keep it like this because this just came like this. So right now, let's delete this file. So this came, so let's just make a store, JavaScript file, and let's make use, I don't know, folders store.js. So we'll be defining a store, but there's something different for us because we're using Vue 2. So, well, not so different, I mean, for now. Let me check something. I need a store. And I'll get it. So, components, library. Yeah, so that was it. So this is good. So let's define a store. And we'll call it use folders store. And so this is so simple now, as we'll see. Oh, first of also let me get our plan for today. So episode 2 that happened, episode 3 that happened, and now we're going with episode 4, right? Yeah, this is what I meant. So let's see what happens. Also we've done this. Yeah, cool. Oh, maybe we'll install Tailwind CSS also. Okay, so I want to change the song. Just a moment. Okay, so let's go back, and our store will be very simple to configure and use because it really just feels like a component, and it has its state getters, which are like computed properties, right? You get state and you use it. So also actions, and yeah, this is really cool, really simple. So let's do just a small example. Can't resolve Pinia. Why is that? Didn't we install it? Maybe we didn't, right? Cancel, let's close. npm install. Oh yeah, also I forgot Pinia, right? Not just Pinia for Nuxt, also the base Pinia. What happened? Hey, and we have Govind with us. Govind Joshi. Great to see you too. I hope you enjoy your stay. Do I teach JavaScript also? Well, yes, not exactly teaching like from the basics and everything. I'm just building a starter kit that has a front-end application in JavaScript with Vue and Nuxt and Vuetify, and also the backend for Laravel. So yeah, so yes, we are covering JavaScript also. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Do you have more interest in JavaScript or Laravel, or which is your preference? So we have some npm dependencies problem. So view next view app. So it's always a pain when we get this. So I'll just delete node modules. It's typically my default. So I install Pinia. What happened? Next. Oh no, don't tell me we're going to dependency. Oh yeah, we delete package lock. So now I can install Pinia, not in this folder, sorry. npm install Pinia. Let's see. No, it did not. So you're asking me if I'm a freelancer? Well, I can guess. I guess we can say that. Right now I'm working only with one client or a couple of clients actually. So yeah, I don't like to say just a freelance in terms of short projects. So maybe it's freelancing but with longer projects, let's say. Typically medium to large applications. Yeah, so that's that. There's that. What about you, Govin? Are you a freelance? So what did I do? Let's remove npm uninstall Nuxt. Because after this we started to see a problem, right? Sometimes it's the dependency hell. Oh, come on. We are live streaming, don't take so much time. So Govid is answering, I'm new in web development, learning basics. Oh yeah, that's cool. Don't get too much overwhelmed, there's lots to learn about. Have fun, enjoy. Hope you enjoy the live streams. So I want to install Nuxt and Pinia, and yeah, so it failed again. So let's check what's going on. 2.7.5. So yeah, what happened? Was Vue upgraded? Because yeah, a new version came out. Yeah, I want to keep. It might have been composition API that was kept too high. So I don't want the package lock. I want to delete everything. And let's install again. Let's pray for better luck. Yeah, so now we're cool. It was one upgrade that was leading into other upgrades. Yeah, because it installed Vue 2.7 dot something, and I want to go easy on this. I want to do it just later when everything is compatible. So I'll need Vue server renderer with the same version. So why are you? Yeah. So I wanna install or update. Oh no, maybe it's done. Sometimes I always make. What do you mean not found? What did it install before? At Pinia. Oh, okay. Pinia Nuxt and also Nuxt. So do we have both? Oh, sorry. Pinia, the base Pinia. There we go. So if all went well, we should compile now. So Govid is asking, how long have you been in this field? How's your life so far? Share your experience. How did you start? Well, I've been in this business for so much more time than I wanted. It means I'm getting too old. No, just making a fun. I'm doing software development for a profit since 2007. My first program I wrote, it was around in 1998. It was in a calculator. So I wrote my first program in this. No, 86. It was there we go. in this calculator I wrote the first program in a class for a math problem to pass the exams faster. So kind of like cheating, but the good cheating, I would say. So yeah, from there I played a lot with computers and just playing around, but then in college and just some academic programs, and then me and a friend wanted to build a platform to make an organization of a group to play. So we played every week on the lottery. We wanted to, not lottery, but the lotto, something like this. So it was just a software to where people sign in and check the status and everything about the plays. So from here, I had to learn something with all at the same time. So the front end, the browser application, the backend to make the calculations, the databases, all at once. And yeah, it was a hell of a ride. And from there it was always not stopping. And I really love programming. And for sure, if I would not need to work anymore to pay the bills, I would still program and have fun with this. It's really what I enjoy. And I hope you guys listening and Govind that asked that you will feel the same. It's really cool. Samuel, yes, it was. Yeah, it was on a math subject, and then in college also for 2 subjects. I was distributing the program with friends, with colleagues from the course. I made them passing the exams more easily. At least they could confirm that their calculations are correct, and we could deliver the software. Not the software, the exam, the paper. We need to demonstrate all calculations, but this was just making sure that you went good through all the calculations. Okay, so if all went well, we are compiled, we are running. And yeah, we have Govind replied already. Whoa, pretty impressive. Thank you, man. Yes, I'm kind of a veteran. You are a veteran. How you think we need good mathematical skills to be good at programming? Well, I would say the best skills are always best, right? That's why they called best. But I would not argue that you need mathematical skills. It all depends on the software that you want to build. Of course, there are some that you will have to be an expert at mathematics. Say rendering and geometry and lots of calculations to do. It will help you, of course. But then there are, in the modern development, you can get away with making so many kind of applications, even if you are not Albert Einstein at math, and not even close you need to be. So yeah, no pressures, man. Just enjoy the path that you are going, and you won't need much math, I think. If you would need it, you would know it. That's because you don't want to build stuff that need it. Okay, so let's just build a folder store. I'm thinking of making a first component, so let's see where this goes. So this folder store, it will be just something that has a state, and yeah, so it's called state. I want to, okay, never mind. This is an object, and here I want to say folders, and I want to, let me change music, sorry, don't enjoy this. Can you listen to the music? If you can tell me if I should put it louder or not. So, these are just some folders to, just to make an example. Pictures, movies, documents, applications, I don't know. So yeah, this is a, thank you Sergio. So this will be a store, a global store. I can use it from whatever component I want, and we'll use it, yeah. Just to see Pinia in action, let's go to this dashboard page where we have news, and if I was to use that store, I can check here, where is it? Oh no, I still didn't use it, so I'm still not seeing it. So if I go into pages, dashboard, and I were to use it here, so I will go into my setup script of Composition API, and now I would import the store. So it's use folder store from this directory, and now I'm just going to say const folder store equals and invoke that function, and I'm going to return the folder store. I'll just save this, and it's compiled. So if I refresh, so what happened? Property or method news is not defined, symbol Pinia not found. What does this mean? What do you mean not found? Use folders, store, define store Pinia. What did I do wrong? So next config. What did I get wrong here? So yeah, we just have to do this. Okay, I never got this error, so yeah, this one it was because it thrown an error before. So news page injection symbol Pinia not found. Why didn't I stop to build this after installing? It's just this. Use folder store. We export a define store and we invoke it. What happened? Let me check. Oh, it's a function returning an object. So sorry. So you see, it's a function returning an object. So I'll just invoke it with the different syntax, but wait. A function returns an object, and if all went well, the same error? What's going on? It has the return written, but if I put that parenthesis, it will do the same, not needing to write the return. I'm pretty sure of this, but let me just check again. I'm not sure what's going on right now, so just to be sure, I will get this and replace all of it, just for a sanity check. I will save. It should have replaced that module, so should be good right now, and it's not. So yeah, it's the problem is somewhere else. So this news page, but we didn't check anything. Something's not so good. Folder store. Let me search about this. I'm not sure what happened. Oh no, but this is Nuxt, so this should be taken care for me. Yeah, I've done this before, but let me check other answers. Maybe we'll find it. I'm not sure if it was a typo. Use folders store. So yeah, use folder store. No, it's no typo here. So I'll check the other project. What might have I done wrong? So package.json. Which pinya do we have? 2014. Now it's 16. Don't think it's that. Let me check. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. So opinion next. This is a totally different version from one that I got before. Just gonna go with that. Trying to debug. Okay, so let's... Whoop! No, this is the API folder, so now I need to clean this up. So now I need to clean this up, right? Do we have a node models folder? Maybe not. No. So let's stop npm update. So Govin is asking, I think you should plan some basic web development tutorials like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. These topics are most searched ones and very less people do live stream about these interactive lessons. Oh yeah, that could be cool. This is for beginners also, or once you have learned all. Well, I'm not saying it's after you've learned all, because this is not so much advanced JavaScript, but still you will need a lot of experience if you are just starting, because this is having an application called Node. We need to build stuff. There are some functions that are pretty advanced. I would not say it's the most advanced JavaScript in the world, but it's definitely not for beginners. So sorry about that. And about changing the topics for the live streams, maybe in the future, not any guarantees. Right now, it's just like I told you, to have a to have your path. I enjoy doing this, because even if there was no one watching, I would be doing it in the same way. I would not change a thing. I would just be doing this. So this is really me having fun and enjoying doing this. And I think, at least for now, I could not have the same joy of teaching the very basics, the beginnings. So at least for now, I won't be doing that, Govin. Sorry for that. But maybe in the future, who knows? Okay, so are we good to go? Whoa, I didn't want to update again. Never mind, it's quick. So run dev. How can this be happening? Okay, so now it's good. And we have Pinia installed and is working. So yeah, there's something about a version that made it stop working. Probably because of Vue2. I would have to check that later, but as this is a working function, I will not care about upgrading anymore. Okay, so we have it back up and running. We have the folder store installed, and notice like we have folders under our inspector. I don't know, this is just something I will be using. So let's somewhere I installed the store in this component, and from here I can use it very easily. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a vcard in the top, and I'm just gonna go with v4 and folder in folder store.folders, just like using it, and that's it. And I'm going to use the string folder with a vtext. So yeah, saving and There we go. Pictures, movies, documents, applications. So I'm going to go and insert an input. I think these are not self-closing, right? Putting a V button and add. So at click, I'm going to call add item. I don't know. Just to make it work for now. Oh no, even so, we can have this in the store, right? So let's make an action in the store. Actions. Let's put an handle, add a folder. It will take a folder as an argument. And now this dot folders dot push our current folder, right? So in our dashboard, let's use folder store dot add folder, and let's get, we need a V model here. I don't know, current form.folder. I think we can use it directly from here. So let's get the form and the folder. So next time we can put something and we add, and what happened? VM folder store dot add folder is not an action. How come? It has to be. Yeah, of course it is a function. Let me just refresh, and sure enough it's there. We can see it appearing, just that it's null, and I want to know why. Yeah, because it's not even updating, so probably this was too far-fetched. So on click means add folder, and this method will be here, add folder. We're going to take a folder as a parameter, whoop, and right here now we're gonna say this dot folder store add folder, and yeah, we don't even need to grab it. We'll just grab this dot form dot folder, and after adding this dot form dot folder will be clean again. So yeah, that's it. So let's just refresh. I will say foo and add, and it's null. Why? How come is this? vmodel form dot folder. Form dot folder. So if I go to the component state, let's find our, what's it called? Dashboard. We have our store form.folder. It's not updating. Form.folder. Form. Folder. Hey. Let's add this, just want to make sure. Oh, I cannot believe this. I put vmodel in the div. I guess you guys have been screaming at me for this for long. I guess this means I'm tired, right? So foo, add, there we go, we have foo, we have bar, and everything more that we'll be adding, it will be here. And even so, yeah, this should work right out of the bat. Let's see if it does. I wanna delete this. I was thinking this had to work here. We have the context here. Just this would work. Okay, we don't need this folder name. So let's just refresh the page, and sure enough, I'm guessing it will work, and it does. It's not cleaning the previous output, but you know why, because we didn't implement that logic. So yeah, that's cool. What's so great about it is that it's a store, right? So anywhere, any other component, if I wanted to use data from the store, I would just have to install it. So let's go into our toolbar, for example, and what component is this? Let's try to check. V-up bar. So yeah, where can we check our toolbar user? Okay. So the logout will be here. So if I make a div foo, will it be here? For sure. So let's install the store with a setup method in the toolbar user component, just for a demo. Of course, this is a silly thing to do. Did it import? Yes, it did. It's auto-completing with a tilde, don't know why. So we are using it, and okay, so let's put the folders already also there. Where is the foo? There we go. So if we refresh, so we do have the state in both places. So if I was going to create a music folder, you can see it's not there, but after I press add, it's exactly there now, because the store is all in sync. And you can now see, if you were using Vuex, that this store is amazingly simple and easy to use. And this is the way I like to have my stuff in my applications. Maybe you wanted them more in a different structured way, I'm not sure. Maybe you like Vuex better. For me, this is the way to do it. So I'm just going to revert changes in this file. Done. So dashboard will be not using this also. And let's make, oh, it's 1 hour 15 also, so I guess we will have to close it for now. Yeah, maybe I can introduce what we have to do, but now it's 1 hour, it's already too long. We should get back into Notion. We'll get back at this later. So our next steps are now our new steps here. So this one we didn't do as it was not needed. Maybe we'll visit this again just to make sure later. So this was done. Composition API done. PNE store done. Tailwind CSS. Next steps. Or we can just finish it for now. Maybe let me check if I can do it really quick. If I go to the other project where I've done this, it will be quick enough, I think, I hope. So Tailwind CSS is a utility framework, but then yeah, let's do it. If we want to make some changes, there will be lots of utility classes available, and that's good. So what are we going to do? We need a Tailwind config file, and I will copy just one already, and the content is over in the source directory. And yeah, this was from an official tutorial, Tailwind Labs video explaining how to add to an existing project if you want to use Tailwind CSS utility classes without collisions. We will add a prefix and disable the pre-flight and so on. So let's do it really quick, and we'll be finished with all the boilerplate and ready to start new components. So we'll install Tailwind CSS from Nuxt.js item npm install Tailwind CSS Nuxt.js, and all this module will be taken care for us. It means we will not run the pre-flight, we will add a prefix. This way we won't have any collisions. We might extend the theme as we want, or add some plugins as we want. And I'm guessing in the next config we will add to the modules is it installed? It is. So to the next config.js, into the modules section, not the build modules but modules, we'll add Nuxt.js Tailwind CSS, and also in the end we will have a configuration for Tailwind CSS. Okay, so this is cool. I wanted to make sure about one topic of the, let me check. Oh, yeah, we need something more. In the Tailwind config we'll use important to true. Okay, so if all went well, we'll run dev again. Reading push. Oh yeah, so we need a file, of course, and it's going to be, yeah, assets and new directory CSS, and it's going to be Tailwind CSS, and it's just the base stuff, nothing fancy, just the defaults. So assets CSS, Tailwind CSS. What's going on? It always seems like simple and quick, but then something happens along the way. this is not existing. What happened? It shouldn't be because of these, but let me check if someone got this error. So oh no, this is another project, so did I do this? About, oh yes, I did. In the other project also there's this fix that we have to add. Dev server handlers. So yeah. Okay, let's see if we're up and running again. And we are. So this means that we can now use helper classes from Tailwind. Just we have to prefix. So let me tell you about that. So Tailwind CSS. So get started, and if we go into I don't know, text color, let's say. So say you want to do, I don't know, text green 500. So we just go into a given component and welcome to, yeah. So let's make this with a class of text green. So there's also, yeah, Vuetify helper classes, but it's not so utility framework as Tailwind. So we will do our text green 500 from the palette. The thing is, we will add TW dash. It's the only thing, it's the prefix, and if all went well, we should be looking at a green text. And we don't. What is that? Welcome to news page. And we don't. So what happened? Text green 500, just making sure. And of course, it's not applying the prefix. Not needing the prefix, I mean. It was just a hunch that told me to try without. I'm not sure why it worked. And did I got out of battery middle of a stream on my mouse? Let's hope not. But I guess I did. I'll try to find, not sure. I will do with a trackpad. Won't be easy. Where's the mouse? There we go. Yeah, out of battery. Cool. So, what happened here? Tailwind config. So we have the prefix to use TW. So I'll just rebuild again. Even so, it shouldn't be needed at all. Ah, wait a moment. Because of the files? No. No. This should be all be taken care of for me, right? So, if I refresh, why? And sure enough, it is working, but it's not respecting the prefix thing. So it's not working. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Because why? Why? Let me check. So configure Nuxt Tailwind easily in the Tailwind CSS path. Oh, maybe I had this and I didn't see. Was that the case? Nope. So, could this be it? Next config. So if I were to refresh the page, would it stop working? Next Tailwind config path. Yeah, it's the. What did I do? Yeah, I didn't want to change that. I wanted to change config path. No, what did I change? Yeah, config path. And it's still green without the prefix. I have to check this. Yeah. And will this work? It does. I guess I'll have to check this tailwind.css. Come on, man. Simply not working. But that's okay, we have reached 1 hour and a half and I don't want it to make it bigger. So yeah, we'll have a next step again. And it will be with tailwind CSS again. So next steps. I'm typing on my keyboard, don't know why, I'm just out of mouse. So next steps are going to be tailwind CSS weird prefix not working, not applying, prefix or config not being applied. Yeah. And then we will finally let's start building UI components. Yeah, so this is going to be great. Okay guys, so there's still someone with me. I want to thank you for being there until the end. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be finishing now. So let's see. Let's wait a little bit. And yeah, I'm really happy where this is going. Everything is ready. There's a few warnings I have to check still. But yeah, everything's beautiful. So we'll be building a few components with a backend, so it will be a working application. And if you guys don't have any more questions, then I'll be finishing for today. I guess that's it for now. Okay, it seems no more questions for today. Thank you guys for being here with me, who watched me live, who watched me after the facto. So you know where to reach me in Twitter, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Maybe turn on that notification bell. No, seriously, I just hope you enjoy watching how to build this, and yeah, I'm having fun. It's what is more important is for everyone to learn, have fun, hang out, and yeah, that's the main goal. I hope you guys and girls all enjoyed. Thank you so much. See you in the next one, and as always, Happy coding!